हम कहाँ लड़ाई करते हैं?
Okay, so here we go. Gargi joining us from the Nehru Stadium. This is what Rev Sport stands for: Para Grand Prix, World Athletics Grand Prix. That's the coverage. Naman every day is at WPL and has been reporting every day from the Wankhede. Bharat just back from Dubai. Two of our reporters, Shubhayan Chakraborty and Devashish Sen, are at the Eden Gardens. I am asking them to join so that they can give us an update from KKR practice. So that's the kind of update. Neil, do you have the KKR visuals? You are doing the back end, which Shubhayan I think has tweeted from even the photos. If you can sort of put it out, Neil, if you can sort of have the visuals ready for from the KKR practice, let me know. So that's the kind of overall coverage you will keep getting on Rev Sports. Let me go to Gargi first. Gargi, yes, there will be no crowd. That's fine. Lot of Indian stars, Sumit Antils of the world, not playing the Grand Prix, and that's a bit of a problem. Some athletes from other countries had trouble getting visas, like Bangladesh, like Oman, the Philippines. They got visas very last minute. But what is the sense overall? Because India will be hosting the World Championship in September. That will be a very, very big event in Delhi. What is the sense you are now getting at the Nehru Stadium?
Uh, After the Paris Paralympics 2024, there has been a huge change in how Paralympics has been viewed. I've been covering Paralympics before the Paris Paralympics happened versus now. You actually do see a huge difference. I'm not saying the stadiums are going to be packed, but I'm saying there are a lot more people who now know about para sports, who now know about para athletes, and of course the Indian stars as well. And the fact that India is constantly dominating in para sports. Yesterday, on the first day of the World Para Athletics Grand Prix, we saw 15 medals, Boria sir. 15 medals by Indian athletes. We're talking 4 gold medals. We're talking 5 silver medals and 6 bronze medals. That is the dominance when it comes to Indian athletes in para sports. So, as a Sumit Until starts getting popularity, we're talking Sheetal, we're also talking, so many stars from archery as well. These people will constantly bring in more crowd, and that's what we want. See, it's going to be a gradual process, but at the same time the interest has peaked and performance is better than ever.
I love the update. 15 medals on day one. By the way, Gargi reported from the All England as well yesterday. Mixed day today, very big day with Satvik Chirag and PV Sindhu taking center stage. Brilliant, brilliant. Uh, Neil, if you have your photographs ready, just quickly play the KKR photographs. We did the KKR SWOT analysis yesterday. KKR started their practice at the Gardens today. Take a look at these photos. This is the KKR team. This is the KKR team. Neil, stills, the practice stills. Neil, practice stills which Shubhan has sent. Send me that. Show me that. Show our viewers the stills that Shubhan has sent from inside. Not videos. You are not allowed to say play videos. Show us the practice stills, because let the viewers see. There are 2 reporters of ours. 2 reporters. Devashish Sen joins me. Devashish, give me some quick update from the Eden Gardens. What's going on before I go to Bharat and to Naman?
Yeah, but there was a customary wicket pujo at the start of the practice session. It was the first practice session of the season. Most of the players have turned up except for the players who were part of the Champions Trophy winning side. Varun Chakraborty and Harshit Rana is supposed to join the squad on 17th of March. And obviously Umran Malik, who is at the NCA at the moment because he is currently undergoing his rehab, he has not joined the squad. But apart from those 3, most of the players, especially the overseas players and the newcomers in the side, the likes of Quinton de Kock, Henrik Nokia, Moin Ali, they have all the Robman Powell, along with mentor Dwayne Bravo, they have all joined the squad. And it's a complete side. In fact, all the support stars are also here, the likes of Otis Gibson, Chandrakant Pandit, and others. So it's a full, basically it's it's a full, barring a few of the players, most of the players have turned up for the first practice session of the season.
Shubhan, quick update from you. Devashish gave us an update about the Pujo and all of that. Gargi has given us an update from Delhi on the Para Grand Prix. Your update from Eden Gardens before I go to Bharat and Naman?
They are yet to start the practice. So basically, the traditional wicket pujo was the thing by from which the KKR always start their season with, and that has only happened so far. Others are warming up. Rinku Singh came in and shook hands with all the net bowlers. Andre Russell has just padded up and will just take some throwdowns to start the proceedings, and otherwise all the other players are playing some football and warming up. So I think within the next half an hour, after the next half an hour, we'll see the entire practice session go on in full flow. But right now, players are focusing on the warm ups and getting to ease their bodies down. There was a formal introduction by Chandrakant Pandit. He introduced Dwayne Bravo to the team and other support staffs who have joined, like Otis Gibson and others. So it will be a fresh staff for KKR, and let's see how things goes. You're mute.
Yesterday we did a SWOT analysis and both Gargi and I predicted that they will make the playoffs. I do think it's a very good side. We did our final 11 also. Quickly just rehearse that with both of you and then go to RCB. I'll start with Bharat. We agreed. I mean, Gargi and I were talking about it and we said they might open with Sunil Narayan and if Ajinkya Rahane, or if not Ajinkya Rahane, he can just come in at number 3. So they have serious firepower at the top of the order. Rahmanullah Gurbaz can be a backup possibility. At number 4, 5, 6, it's now almost set with Venkatesh Iyer, with Rinku Singh, with Andre Russell and Ramandeep Singh. Ramandeep Singh and Andre Russell can finish. Rinku at 5 also can possibly finish. And then the superb spin attack. Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narayan already at the top. That kind of spin attack. Plus, they have a Vaibhav Arora, Harshit Rana, and one foreign fast bowler in either a Spencer Johnson or an Anrik Nokia. So overall, this is the kind of side that KKR might just start with. Solid. Ankrish Raghuvamshi might just have to sit out at the start because of Ajinkya Rahane. We will see. He did not have a great domestic season. But overall, this is a team that has all its bases covered. Folks, we were to do RCB today, so let's shift track. Bharat Ramraj, Bangalore. I don't think it has a great bowling attack. The batting is great with Phil Salt and Virat Kohli and all of them. Your first thoughts before I go to Naman and the rest of the panel.
I think the bigger issue is, I guess, injuries as well, because Hazelwood has been struggling with a hip injury, and hip injuries is troublesome injury. So let us see whether he will make it, because it will take time for someone who is over 30 years of age to completely recover from a hip injury. And there have been more injuries. Someone like Jacob Bethel also has been struggling with a hamstring problem. So that is where I guess the problem comes, because they don't have the backups. If someone like Hazelwood gets injured, then whom will they go for, or is ruled out? So it will depend a lot on then say Bhuvaneshwar Kumar or something on these lines to basically lead the attack. And Bhuvaneshwar Kumar himself is currently not at the peak of his prowess, because he's not the 25-year-old, 30-year-old who used to bowl all those Yorkers in end overs, right? That he was doing some years ago. So RCB, that is where they have issues, even with their spin department. I guess they have issues. So they're basically backing their batting lineup to come good. If they get their batting lineup right or batting order right, then at the Chinnaswamy at least they might go on to get some good scores. But they have some. They need to do what can you say? Do a bit of patch up work with silver tape in terms of their bowling, which has always been a problem for them.
Okay, let's first quickly play you the KKR photographs that Devashish Sen and Shubhan Chakravorty have sent us. Neil, you're at the back end. These are visuals from the practice right now. These are all KKR players for the first day. They've assembled at the Eden Gardens. Two of our reporters are there at the Eden Gardens. They've clicked these photos. This is the Pujo and Chandrakant Pandit and the introduction and all of them, as Shubhan Chakravorty reported. These are the photographs from the KKR practice session at the Eden Gardens. Andre Russell, as you can see. So you will get every possible coverage detail on the Red Sports platform. Naman Suri, Royal Challengers Bangalore. Let's start with the bowling. No Hazelwood means Thusara and Ngidi. That's the fast bowling international fast bowling thing they have. Is that a problem? According to me, in that Chinnaswamy wicket, the Royal Challengers Bangalore bowling is a serious problem. Krunal and Suyash, yes, but otherwise, the fast bowling department and even spin, Krunal and Suyash, not many people will be scared of. When I compare a Kolkata bowling with the Bangalore bowling, I think the bowling is lightweight. Naman Suri, your thought?
Yes, sir, definitely. Bowling has always been an issue with Royal Challengers Bangalore, and this is something that they have continued going to continue this season as well. So Hazelwood is a concern whether he will join the IPL this season or not because of the injury that he's suffering. And given that they don't have a backup for Indian pacers as well, there's Yash Dayal and then there's Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who is there to back up, act as a backup to them. There's one Rashik Dar from Jammu and Kashmir, and being an inexperienced player, I don't think they're going to go directly with him. But they have also spent 6 crores on him. So Bhuvneshwar, Yash Dayal are some of these players that are going to play all of these matches, and this becomes a more injury concern. They'll become injury prone. Bhuvneshwar is not at the like Bharat sir said, he's not at the peak of his prowess, and he's aging as well. So there's something a concern who they have as a backup. Their spin is also not very great. Karunal Pandya had averaged 45 last season, so they don't have a specialist in spin department as well. Suyash Sharma played only 2 games for Kolkata Knight Riders last season, and he didn't get a single wicket. So the bowling will be a major concern if they are going to post big totals. I think that is only going to save them in this season.
Gargi, to be fair to Rafiq Salam, he was actually a standout for Delhi Capitals. I mean, if you see, Rafiq was very good. So I understand where the investment came from. But overall, when I see the bowling, Josh Hazelwood injured, Nuwan Thusara and Lungi Ngidi will not really push any team. Yes, I understand the Suya Sharma and the Rafiq Salams and the domestic bowling. Where I think Royal Challengers Bangalore does well, Gargi, is again in the all-round department. You have a Romario Shepherd who can clear, he can bowl, decent all-rounder. You have a Jacob Bethel if he is fit, can bowl left arm, can tonk, can bowl and bat, decent all-rounder again. So that's not
Tim
bad. That's
David.
not bad. But Tim David, yes, I mean
Tim
he can
David
come
does
and
not
finish
bowl.
great, but he will not bowl. So as a finisher, Tim David. But in the
Liam
all-round
Livingstone.
department, like Kevalchis,
Liam Livingstone.
Liam Livingstone, yes, who will bowl his off spin and is the all-round option. So in the all-round option, a Liam Livingstone, a Romario Shepherd, even one of the foreigners, they might just go in with both. They might just go in with both. Is not bad. So your thoughts on the all-round options of RCB before I go to Devashish and Shubham?
I always get very nervous when talking about RCB because you always see that you have a batting heavy team, an all round heavy team, and then when it comes to the bowling department, there's really not much there. Like Naman said and has been discussed now, that the fast bowling department is also lacking, firepower. And the spin department as well, you only have a Krunal Pandya and a Sharma there. So you have no option but to rely heavily on the batters and the all-rounders. Like you said, you've got really good options there. But again, is it a team that looks very balanced? Is it a team that is going to sort of go and win the title? Will it a Sala Cup Namde? Will it happen? I'm not sure. It doesn't look that great, honestly.
I'll just get a small point on a couple of players, if it's possible, if it's fine. So we are Jacob Bethel and Liam Livingstone. Thing with Jacob Bethel is, I think when I saw him in the Under 19 World Cup in 2022, he looked like a good player of fast bowling, something that he did in his opening Test series as well, averaged about 50. So I look at him presently as someone who is a top order batter who can bowl a little bit of left arm spin. Somewhere a lot of franchises, even England team, when they play him in T20 cricket, they look at him as an all rounder who can do the finishing job at number 7. I don't think is suited to that. I don't think he's still a good player of spin, but he's a much, much, much better player of fast bowling. So if you can get him to bat in top three, obviously if he's fit, and then bowl the odd over left arm spin, then it might work. But I have a feeling RCB also will do the same mistake of making him bat at as low as number 7. And Livingstone is another guy who's, I think many of them again look at him as a finisher, but he's someone who takes a little bit of time before he gets going. These two batting, if they those two at 6 or 7, then again RCB also might go through some problems.
Devashish, it's Phil Salt and Virat Kohli. That is where the real firepower is. And maybe Liam Livingstone. And if you look at that batting, we will have to see who the 4 foreigners are. I will ask Shubhan his choice of foreigners. But that opening combination, a Virat Kohli, a Philip Salt, and then a Rajat Patidar, and then possibly a Devdutt Padikkal 3, Patidar 4, that's a good batting order. I mean, a Phil Salt will come and explode. Virat Kohli is obviously the legend that he is. Rajat Patidar in the IPL and captain is brilliant, has had a very good domestic season, and also Devdutt Padikkal should be able to make amends in the season. Then you have a Jitesh Sharma keeping wickets. That's a good batting order, Devashish said.
Yeah, and actually the onus will be on the top four, because if you look at that side, means obviously clearly the onus will be on the batting, especially the top four. They have to do the bulk of scoring if they have to make it to the playoffs. I'm not saying that RCB, as on paper, doesn't look like the team to be the champions. At least for me, I don't see them being the champions. Maybe if they can do well, the best they can do is to qualify for the playoff, because clearly they lack the balance. Clearly, if you compare a side like KKR compared to an RCB, clearly they lack that balance, because the spin department is very weak. It's very weak, except for Krunal Pandya and Suyash Sharma. There is hardly any backup, and also and their fast bowling. There is not enough Indian fast bowlers. Yes, so that is one area where they have missed deploy in the auction. So I think the onus will be on the batters. Clearly, someone like a Phil Salt and Virat Kohli, Jitesh Sharma, Rajat Patidar, Liam Livingstone. These are the players who have to score the bulk of square. And remember, they will be playing most of their matches in Chennai service. So there will be runs. So it is their batting that will win their matches more than their bowling.
I agree with that, Shubhan. Who are the 4 foreigners? One fast bowler in either Engidi or Nuwan Thusara, possibly with no Hazelwood, maybe one. One is obviously a Liam Livingstone, 3 is a Phil Salt, and maybe a Tim David. Is that right? I mean, am I right in saying these are the 4 foreigners they might just start with, or do you think there'll be someone else?
No, I think it's a pretty straightforward decision for them. Tim David is one, Liam Livingstone is one, Phil Salt is another player, and then they can now choose from Romario Shepherd, and if they want to play a Lungi, I don't think Lungi and Gidi will play. So Nuwan Thusara is another option which with whom they can go with. But I disagree with everyone. I think RCB have a team to be champions this time around. Last season, if you see the template, regardless of how good
are you pleasing Trisha? Because otherwise she
no,
will
no, no,
cry.
no, no, no,
Because
no, no, no.
otherwise this is not.
I told that I said this. I said the same thing after the completion of auction as well. And I think even Trisha will say, the bowling department is weak. The logic I'm putting here is, regardless of how good a bowling attack it was for teams last season around, they all conceded 200 plus runs. They all conceded 220, 230, 240, 250. Now RCB have built a side. They have some great bowlers. Ronald Pandey has not had a single season in the IPL history where he has conceded runs at an economy of more than 8 runs on an average in the entire season. His economy rate has always been below 8, and that's great. I will take that any day if a team is scoring 250 against me. Another option is Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Again, a very underrated bowler. Yes, there has been so many memes and trolls around his 19th over, but still, regardless of that, his first couple of overs are very much handful for against any teams, and he is a good death bowler. Yes, he has been unfortunate in the past, conceding lots of runs in the 19th over, but his Yorkers are there, and he has had a brilliant domestic season for UP as well. So Bhuvi and Krunal Pandya are your economy rate holder there, and plus along with that you have a Yash Dayal, you have a Nuwan Thusara who is a T20 specialist. You can go with Liam Livingstone for a couple of overs. Romario Shepherd, if you play them, you can put him as well Sharma, we talked about him, and of course, if I think RCB have made a team. If you are scoring 260 against us, we will chase that down. And this batting order: Phil Salt, Virat Kohli, Rajat Patidar at three, number four Liam Livingstone, number five Joseph Buttler. If you play a Tim David there and followed by a Jitesh Sharma at number six, followed by a Krunal Pandya at number seven, if they explode at Chinnaswamy, I think we can very well see 300 runs scored for the first time ever.
Bharat Ramraj, Shubhan Chakraborty giving you some hope as the RCB home base here. Do you agree with him? 260 can be chased down.
To some extent, I agree, but I'm not very sure Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, someone like Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is at the peak of his prowess. Whatever I watched of him even in domestic or in the IPL 2024 when he averaged about 50 with the ball, I don't think this is the Bhuvaneshwar Kumar of old. But yes, RCB have a good batting lineup. They just have to get the slots right. As I noted, someone like Liam Livingstone, I don't think is a number six batter that the England team or even franchises before have tended to use him at say six or seven. I think he's more of a top four batter. So if they get their batting order right in that sense, then yes, occasionally they might go on to chase 230, 240. But again, their bowlers will be under the pump, especially if Josh Hazelwood, as expected, doesn't go on to play for RCB because hip injury is something that is a very troublesome injury, especially at that age. So yeah, they have some issues with their bowling in terms of their pace bowling as well. So RCB, I think, will again might make the playoffs, but I'm not very sure they will go on to win the tournament because of a couple of problems.
Naman Suri, Rajat Patidar as captain. Thoughts? Obviously, will be mentored by Virat Kohli, will be guided by him. But Rajat Patidar as captain?
I mean, he recently took MP to the Final Four S match, so I mean that just tells you how good he has been at the domestic level. So I mean, he has the talent, he has the abilities, he has the leadership skills to guide a team, however big it is. And Virat Kohli, I think RCB today or day before today tweeted a video of Virat Kohli saying that he's going to fully support Rajat Patidar. There will be all the team members will be fully supporting him to lead this team to another playoff spot. And RCB has been doing this. I mean, Rajat Patidar might be new in this role, but RCB has been sneaking into the top four despite, however, their team balance has been. Over the past 5 seasons, they have been in the playoffs for 4 times. So, I mean, if you have players like Virat Kohli backing you, I think Rajat Patidar already a established leader at the domestic level. He's going to do well.
Gargi Raut, your favorite player, blow hot, blow cold, last few seasons, Virat Kohli, never won the IPL, time running out, clearly not the best T20 player anymore, no longer plays international cricket. Your hopes from Virat Kohli this particular season?
You did not have to make that so painful. That question was very painful to hear.
No, no, all of us want him to win. We want Virat Kohli to sign off because imagine what will happen to
Absolutely.
the brand if Virat Kohli wins. All of India will forget everything and celebrate for 3 days.
Exactly.
So social media will be in a tizzy. I will have to send all six of you to
I
Bangalore to
think
go and cover the bus
I
parade.
think I think even people who are not fans of RCB will start celebrating because it's just been pending for so long. Come on, it RCB has to do it this time around. I like that Shubhayan said that he's hopeful that RCB might win this one and look like a team that might win the title. But at the same time, it just doesn't give you that sort of confidence. At least for me, it doesn't give me that sort of confidence because just a second, there are a lot of dogs that are suddenly surrounding me. Okay, yes, but um, my bad. They're just jumping on me, so I was like, I don't know what happened.
No, no, let them
I
be.
don't even
Don't,
know
don't,
them.
don't. They'll be fine. Yeah.
Yes, that's what that was my concern. But at the same time, when you again uh, at a Chinnaswamy, when you have a batting heavy team and you don't have good enough bowlers, Josh Hazelwood is not there, Lungi Ngidi again, and the only bowlers that you have is Yash Dayal, and it just doesn't enforce a lot of confidence. And I think again for RCB, it just leaves things out in the open when you look at the team.
Devashish Sen, someone says 18th season, Virat number 18 jersey, so things have to work.
One hope so. One hope so. But certainly, I totally agree with Dargi because that team does not give you that confidence of making it to the finals. Means, clearly don't. They lack the depth and the balance in their bowling. Yes, they are batting. Their strong side is their batting, but whether they can win matches away from Bengaluru, it's a question that needs to be asked. Means obviously we'll find out as the season progresses. But clearly on paper, it does not look to be does not give you that confidence to sort of make it to the finals.
Shubhan, you have said what they will do at home. What Devashish just said, their first match in Kolkata at the Eden Gardens. When I compare the two teams, a Varun Chakravarti and a Sunil Narayan in form against this batting order, a Harshit Rana, Vaibhav Arora, and either a Spencer Johnson or an Anrique Nokia against this batting order, I do think KKR start favourites. Your thoughts?
Either way, KKR were also conceding 200 plus last season around. They were same Varun Chakravarti, they were same Sunil Narayan in that team. Still, they were conceding 200 plus. So I don't think away stadiums will matter. Of course, in terms of fan environment and fan backing, it's a different ball game. But in terms of pitches, I think we have seen every stadium last season around. That they were pretty much flat. Delhi, apart from Lucknow Super Giants, that can be debated. That was a bit sluggish, the Ekana stadium's pitch. But apart from that, I think even Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi was a pretty flat deck where 220, 230 were being scored. So I don't think that pitch factor will be a big factor in terms of
You're on mute.
Shubhan's internet is a bit sluggish
internet.
like the Ekana wicket. Yes, Shubhan, now you're back again.
Yeah,
Your internet is like the
yeah,
Ekana
yeah.
wicket.
So I think yeah, I don't know what's happening. Maybe Airtel and Starlink.
You should see where Devashish is. You should go and sit next to Devashish. Look, his internet is chaka-chak like him. Absolutely first class. Eden Gardens is anyway, Devashish is the king. So he can
Am I
handle it.
back or am I not?
Yeah, you are back. You are back. You are coming and
Sorry, sorry.
going. It's like blow hot, blow cold. No, you are not back. Okay, there are some
Ah,
super chats. Who's at the
blow
back
hot,
end?
blow
Bhai.
cold. I know, and hopefully KKR season will. Oh, I'm not back.
No, you are ball Shuddha bachi ball. Now you can't. Chal. Okay, so there are some quite a few super chats which I've missed. Can anybody please put the super chats on? Last few minutes on the show. Arvind says best side till date. Nokia is a run machine. Last year 15 economy. Come on. One bad season doesn't make him a bad bowler. Devashish Sen, last year Anrique Nokia had a 15 economy. Doesn't make him a bad bowler at all. 150 plus on an Eden Gardens wicket where there will be help for fast bowlers. Shujonda will create a wicket. Devashish Sen.
Shubhain is here. Shubhain is here.
Now you both of you take the Nokia question.
No, I think that the biggest concern will be he's coming back after an injury. So whether he's fit for the full season, that's a big question. Yes, he did turn up for the first practice session, but the concern surrounding Anrique Nokia will be his fitness because he's coming back from an injury. He missed the Champions Trophy. So clearly, but I think if you ask me, Bhuvnadar, I think KKR have the like for like replacement as far as their means apart from Shreyas Iyer, I think every player means Mitchell Stark, they have a Spencer Johnson or a Anrique Nokia. If you look at the field slot, they have a Quinton de Kock or a Ramanullah Gurbaz who can fill up that slot. I mean, when it comes to a wicketkeeper batter, they also have a Lubnik Sushodia as a backup wicketkeeper. So this is a team that have quite a few all-rounders in the likes of Raman Singh, Venkatesh Iyer, Rahman Powell. I think yes, Anrique Nokia, the only concern that concerns me is his fitness. Whether he remains fit because he did is injury prone. So KKR will have to handle him very, very carefully if they have to have a good chance of making to the playoffs.
Yeah, let's get a point
Okay,
on Hendrik
yes,
Norgate. Fine. You look at
yes,
his
yes.
injury history in the last couple of years, one toe injury, he has had one hip injury, he has had one back injury. That's I think the problem in Norkia. Perhaps is not the bowler that he was even said 3 years ago or 2 years ago. So maybe he's not at the peak of his prowess as well. So I think that could be a problem with the Hendrik Norkia injuries. Not just one or two, but 4 or 5 injuries he has had in the last 3 years.
Okay, let me take closing comments. Will RCB make the playoffs? Like we said yesterday, Gargi and I were of the opinion that KKR will. What about RCB? I will start with you, Naman Suri. Can they make the playoffs? RCB, do you think they have the firepower to make the playoffs? And also, first match KKR versus RCB, absolute blockbuster at the Eden Gardens. I think KKR favorites. What about you, Naman Suri? You start.
RCB has been able to sneak into the playoffs, like I said, and I also believe that this might be the year RCB actually goes the distance because I'm not going to be superstitious, but the 18 number thing also played out in my mind. But yeah, so RCB has that bowling lineup that is a little injury prone. I mean, they don't have the backup to get themselves. The room free room comfortness. So that is something that there might be an issue there. But if they are able to avoid those injuries and sustain for, those fast bowlers for a longer period of time, they might be able to get into the playoffs at least. So, that is one thing. Regarding KKR versus RCB, both have blockbuster team. KKR has a better bowling lineup, no doubt about that. But RCB's batting power is, there's no match. It's going to be a tough contest given it's in Eden. I'll go with KKR.
Priyanshu says KKR favorite. Arvind Patidar will trash Varun. Vian KKR could have gone in for a Tuskin. Somebody says Arvind again runner up. So plenty of questions there. Ashni says Arvind RCB is the most hopeless team. Utpal says Spencer is not a Stark. Lots of questions there. Taken some. Where is Rohit Juglan? He's on leave. Will come back in 4 days. Priyanshu, yes, they can trouble some extent. Okay, Bharat Ramraj, can RCB make the playoffs?
Yeah, I guess they would make it to the playoffs, but I'm not sure they would go all the way. But they have one hope that is, I don't know whether it's a lucky charm or something on those lines. But wherever Andy Flower goes, that team hardly fails. If you look at his franchise record, Gulf Giants, he won with Gulf Giants, he won with Trent Rockets, he won with Multan Sultans, he won with the England T20 World Cup. His worst results are playoffs for RCB and LSG. So wherever he goes, that team doesn't fail. So at least you expect from that perspective, at least maybe they would make it to the playoffs. But I'm not very sure they would go all the way this season either.
Devashish, I'll give Gargi the last words. RCB playoffs, KKR versus RCB.
I will put my money on KKR, and it's obviously I am a loyal supporter of KKR, and I'll always back my team. So Gagi, better luck next season. I see no chance of RCB winning the title this time also.
Okay,
IPL
so
has
on the
not even
first day,
started. He's sledging me.
hold on. On the first day, Gargi and Trisha will represent RCB at Eden Gardens.
Yes.
Devashish and Shubhan will represent KKR. Shomik will be the umpire. So there will be six of us, 6 of our reporters at the Eden Gardens reporting. And Shomik will say, "Agar ye log ladai kar leta hai, to sarvanash ho gaya." So that will be Shomik's dialogue from the Eden Gardens. Okay. So we will have a full packed team at the Eden Gardens. Gargi Rao, final words. Somebody says, do Delhi tomorrow. Arvind. Ayush says, LSG when? Bhai. We do a toss. जो team आ जाता है उसके बारे में कर लेते हैं. But tomorrow is CSK. On a serious note, tomorrow we are going to do CSK. Because we have a great clip of Ravichandran Ashwin in an interview to us, what it means for him and CSK. We will play that tomorrow. But Gargi Rao, closing words. Can RCB make the playoffs and set it up for me? KKR versus RCB.
Oh, as much as I want to say yes, RCB will make the playoffs, RCB will go ahead and win the trophy and looks like a team that can do so. I am quite pessimistic about RCB's chances of making it to the playoffs. So I'm going to, I risk getting beat up by Trisha, but I think RCB is not making it to the playoffs. And KKR is winning the first match.
Oh wow. Wow. So a loyal RCB fan saying RCB not making the playoffs. As far as I am concerned, I think it is difficult for RCB with this bowling attack to make
Reverse
the
jinx.
playoffs. It is, yeah, yeah. I mean, Shubhan is the only one who said they can. None of us said they can go the distance. All of us can be proved wrong. IPL is a strange beast,
I
and
wish.
people will then play this clip and say we know nothing of our cricket. All that is totally well taken. If Virat Kohli wins the IPL, it will be, India's celebration for days on end. In fact, they will delay the journey to England for the Test series by 3 days and keep celebrating. That's what will happen, and we don't mind that whatsoever. Devashish Sen,
I
Shubhan
will eat
Chakraborty,
any
what views on
sweet you
that?
ask me to.
You will eat.
I will eat as
Done.
many sweets as you ask me to.
Done. You will be in the studio, so Devashish will give you Mishti Doi to eat. Done. So Gargi Raut at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium reporting on the Para Grand Prix. Naman Suri from Mumbai covering the WPL. Devashish Sen and Shubhan Chakraborty covering the KKR practice. We have an eye on the Kim versus PV Sindhu match, which will start at 6 p.m. and Bharat Ramraj just back from Dubai. Folks, thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow it's CSK time, but before that, watch the Cheteshwar Pujara interview on our platform. Absolutely outstanding interview where he talks about his England chances, and also watch how Gargi Raut, Rohan Chaudhary, and Shopnil Mukherjee walk the ramp. That is a stunner. You guys can watch that for the first time. These fellows are walking the ramp and taking selfies. I have never seen anyone do that. That team Rev Sports for you. Thank you very much for watching.